Actually, scoot over. Are you in pain? What's going on?
I don't know. I'm just in the bed.
Oh.
Hello and welcome back to Astrology. I'm Nina.
I'm Shaina.
And this is a live Drag Me show. Yay! So exciting. A Drag Me is a service that we provide on our website, PraisingAstrology.com/shop. It is the least educational and most cheeky reading. And we're going to start off with Kathleen. Once she makes her presence known. Oh my God, just got a notification. Now live on your channel. As if I didn't fucking know.
Why would they give? I know we've got notifications for that before.
I don't know why.
Why the fuck wouldn't we know? Unless like.
It means a lot to us that this is your choice of taking a breather from your mental breakdown. Write in the comments. What do you watch when going through a mental breakdown and you need a break?
You need to watch this blank rates poor version of whatever that person does.
What?
I have this one. You'll be like, guess the astrologer, vocal coach rates, speech person rates.
Speech person?
Like,
oh, yeah.
I know, like bad accents. I don't know. I feel like that's when you're.
That is a form of content that I do consume.
Yeah.
It's just people criticizing other people. Professionals criticizing non-professionals.
Is that kind of what we do?
No, because we don't drag their astrology credentials or their astrology skills.
Yeah, we just drag their person as a whole.
Yeah, but we're not by no means professionals at being people.
No, that's true.
So
I don't know.
We have some extra time between this reading and the next reading that we're doing, so we're not in a super rush for Kathleen to join, but.
Well, I think there are things as we give them what amount of time? 5 or 10 minutes do we give them until they start?
Yeah, we should give them 5 minutes.
You guys are the shit. I'm a Aries rising, Taurus sun, Capricorn moon. I could tell I got some Aries in you by the way you spelled shit. Lol.
Yeah, we'll give this person 7 minutes. Why not?
Damn. This person has this kind of similar chart to my roommate.
Oh, also this person, when they wrote out their birthday, I think it was this person who wrote out their birthday numerology 8-11. So I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll ask. I might switch it
Yeah,
because they are from Korea. So
they were born in Korea, but their shipping address is in the States. I don't remember where.
So now it's really up in the air.
Yeah. So we don't know.
Well, whoever was born on this birthday at this time, it's pretty similar to my roommate.
You have the same sun and moon also as Peter Weber, the next Bachelor.
Oh.
I looked up his chart and he has so much Virgo. I was like, the last Bachelor may have been a virgin, but this one's got some major Virgo.
Hello, relatively new viewer. I'm glad you could join us.
What if that was their name? Relatively new viewer.
Oh my God, but what if this person doesn't show up and we don't actually know their information?
Well, we both followed our intuition of saying it was August instead of November.
What if our intuition's both wrong?
Well, then it's their fault for not showing up. What can we do? We're doing that.
Okay, it's only a few minutes in. We can't get to.
Actually, it's just we've had a lot of people flake on us.
Yeah, it's been a pretty flaky time. Thank you for your insights. Been a fan for a while.
Oh my God, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have you checked out our new video? I'm pretty proud of it. I think we did pretty
too. Once we finished
video.
filming it in typical 10th house Saturn energy, I was like, that video sucks.
Oh yeah, of course. Honestly, I felt that way, and then when I was editing it, I was like, actually, I'm not that bothered.
We're live right now.
We're live on our channel.
Hi, do you want to say hi?
Oh my God, yes!
This is our best
this
friend.
This is our friend Greta.
Hello, everybody! Astrology's the shit! Oh my God, like, follow, subscribe!
We need her to be our PR person.
Yeah, Greta's our PR person.
If we
follow Greta on.
The best girls. You're lucky to be watching them right now.
Greta, would you like to plug anything? Greta's a busy gal with lots of stuff.
Greta's Adventure. This is my theme song. Hashtag on Instagram. Greta Hut. etc. You'll find everything through there.
There you go.
Yeah.
She looks really creepy right now.
I know. I don't know how to fix that.
There you go.
looks
You can't tell, but she's a Libra rising, and she does have sparkly
She has
eyes
a-
and freckles.
Yeah.
You'll
Okay.
tell on my Instagram when I look me up.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Okay, I'll call you back after this.
Bye.
Sorry. When Greta calls, you pick up.
You have no option. Well, we're 5 minutes in. I'm gonna email them, and then should we start? What time is the next one at?
The next one we only had 2. We have a
2?
15-minute break from this.
Okay,
one.
so then we can give them another 5 minutes then
Yeah.
if we're not rushing. Okay.
Nina is a Russian name. Because you said we're not Russian. And every Uber that I come into, they're like, your name is Nina. Nina is a Russian name. Like, it is a name that people in Russia have. It is also my name, and I'm not Russian. If I had a nickel for every time I had to tell an Uber driver I wasn't Russian.
Dude,
But then I wasn't a Russian, so you can't stop for gas, please.
Oh yeah. So okay, hold on. I'm gonna have your subject be your drag me is live, and then in the body
Come through.
your oh, I like that. Come through.
Beautiful. So
That's it.
professional.
I don't know what else you'd expect.
Yeah. For anyone who's emailed us, can you tell when Nina emails and when Shaina emails?
Because I rarely do, and when I do,
That's
it's
true.
very obvious.
It is so like I was emailing someone from this drag meet that we're doing today, and I was like asking. We were like trying to schedule a time that would like work within the time frame, but you also emailed them at the same time that we were scheduling, and you were like 11:45 a.m. or p.m.
Yeah. Is it AM or PM?
But that was like the whole thing.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Hi, 11:45 a.m. or p.m.
I don't know what you
And I'm like,
expect.
hi.
I literally have the most dry Mercury placement combination. I don't know what you'd expect to know. What the fuck time is it?
Where I'm like, hi, good news. Your drag meet is coming up next.
Exclamation point, period, not to seem too crazy.
If you follow us, our Party Track
Always.
Astrology Instagram, I posted a meme that roasted myself about how I email.
Well, it's true. I feel like,
It's
but like when I'm doing professional emails or something like that, I would do the same thing. Like if I actually was like trying, even when I try, it's still really bad. My roommate has me was like, Shaina, does this look like a good professional email? And they have me look it over all the time, and it's like,
Why are you asking, Shaina?
I don't know why you're asking me, but unfortunately I am a better person to ask than you, so yes, I will answer. You spelled this wrong. That's all I can do is be like, you spelled this wrong. Come through, Kathleen.
Come through, Kathleen.
Do you guys hate all Aries? If so, why?
No! I don't know why people think that. Like,
No.
Aries is one of my favorite signs of the zodiac. Like, I don't get
Okay,
it.
this is what I think it is. You say a bad thing about Aries. Aries is quick to draw conclusions.
Yeah.
Aries is like, think last, do now. And so they're like, you say this bad thing, you must hate all Aries. What Aries hurt you? When in reality, I think we, at least with personal, I don't know.
In our personal
lives,
Aries
are fine.
great.
Yeah, rarely am I like, oh, it's this person's Aries miss, except for that one girl, but she was also Aries Sun Libra moon.
If anyone's being very Aries, I'm like amused by it, if anything.
You always like, I can confirm I'm annoying. Soon you're going to read mine. Are we, or are you just saying that and hoping it's gonna come true? Or did you actually buy a drag me and are you later on?
I think all the drag me's that we're doing today are all of the drag me's that we have, so that we have to fulfill so far.
Yeah, you're right.
So, unless you're planning to purchase one, we have some in stock right now.
Yes, they are. I guess we're gonna start in a minute, and hope that the birthday's August 11th. I don't like when drag me people don't show up. It's sad.
I don't like it when anyone doesn't show up. Like, what is
So wait, I asked this
What's
person if
wrong?
they were AM or oh no, I
No,
thought
you
I asked.
asked another person.
Okay, I was like, damn, if I asked their time and I didn't ask their day and I had that opportunity and I didn't, I'm a real idiot. We should specify on our website from now on that you have to write out the date
Yeah, I guess.
because we've run into this a few times.
By the way, I loved the What I Hate About Your Sign Aries. I watched it over 10 times. Over 10 times? Wow.
Damn.
We're gonna come out with what we loved about the signs too. So stay tuned for that.
How do I get to the main email? Oh, primary. Oh,
Okay.
who are those cuties?
What's your favorite asteroid?
What's your favorite asteroid? I don't know what that means. I mean, part of fortune's got to be everybody's
Yeah,
favorite
it's gotta be
asteroid
your
because
favorite
it's
asteroid.
the best one. It's the nicest asteroid.
But let's get to dragging.
Yeah, so we're gonna start at 136. There you go.
Also, about 10 minutes, about almost 11 minutes.
Well, let's just stop and we'll make it 11 minutes. We'll
Okay,
start.
3, 2, 1.
Okay,
now.
11 minutes. Okay, so first of all, you have so you got some major energy going on, and fixed energy is going to be kind of the most annoying to deal with if you have it, because it's not just like you have fixed energy, but it's like it's all squaring, it's all opposition. None of this shit is very happy at all. So it's just going to be a major pain. I feel like because again, no fixed sign is going to want to change their mind. So you're going to constantly be like stubborn within yourself and then super stubborn to people. And when two people with like a bunch of fixed energies that are all not working very well get together, it's like you guys are the same fucking person, but you'll never see it because you're too stubborn. So it's just funny.
It's just funny and also the most frustrating thing in the entire world.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the most frustrating thing in the entire world because neither are budging. Neither give a shit except for like, I'm gonna prove I'm who can budge, who can take the longest until they budge. I don't fucking know. I'm just
how long can I last here?
Yeah. Okay, so you have I kind of want to drag your Leo energy you have Leo sun in the 9th house conjunct your midheaven's in Leo. So to me this is just like it's kind of like it. Sun in the 10th house will be pretty relevant to you, but it's even more extreme because you're just really hyper concerned with how people see you, and you probably place that precedence over how you see yourself to a like greatly, like way too much, like to the point where like you will probably openly be like, this person needs to give me validation.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Whereas like sometimes you'll be like, everybody has that inner thing and they're like, oh, I wish I could get validation. But you'll be like, I do not feel appreciated and I'm going to voice the fact that I don't. And I'm going to voice that you should tell me that I'm good. And if you do, then I'll feel good. Like it's almost like weird how okay with it these people are.
Yeah. And when you think that the world revolves around you, as Leo people typically do, it's hard to compute in your brain that everyone's actions aren't based off of you.
And what you do.
So let's say that you're waiting for someone to text you back and you're like, it's been 7 minutes.
Yeah.
What the hell? They haven't texted me back.
You take everything so personally. I think all your fixed energy takes everything very personally.
And the Scorpio side of that will immediately go down the rabbit hole of like, oh, it's because this person hates me. And just like the conspiracy theories of what all could be going wrong.
Yes. You're going to be like the quickest to just be like, this person doesn't like me because they looked at me wrong and said one thing, or I have this hunch, and then immediately be like, well, fuck them then. I hate them. And then you're going to just tell everybody like, I hate this person. They'll be like, didn't you like have a giant crush on them last week? Like, weren't you totally in love with them? Yeah, well, fuck them. And really it's just like, that's something that might have hurt your feelings a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, calm down.
Also, Taurus moon is exalted, but when there's so much fixed energy, I've never seen someone hang on to depression.
Yeah, for sure.
A Taurus moon.
For sure. Especially with the Scorpio rising. I mean, that's just like the world is pain and I will never get over it.
Yeah.
And you can't tell me otherwise. And you also have Saturn in Aquarius in the 4th house, so you just are gonna come, like, you're out in the world and you're like, the world sees me as evil and the world sucks, and Scorpio rising, and I just want attention and nobody's giving me the attention I deserve or I want. And then you go home and you carry that with you, and then you're sad and depressed because nobody's giving you all the attention that you want. I mean, your Taurus moons, you're just gonna hold on to it.
Yeah, with all of this fixed energy, it's kind of just a matter of like, what are you gonna do about it? And you're like, wait for the world to get fixed.
Yeah.
I'll be happy once the world
Or
fixes
it's just like, the world should just give me the ability
Yeah.
to be better. Like, this is not fair that I'm sad all the time. Well, and like, I shouldn't have to, I should just be able to just be happy now.
Well, what about if you did some more self-care and you like went to therapy?
But at the end of the day,
I shouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have to do things. But you do have a cardinal personal planet, which is Venus in Cancer. And we were just talking very seriously about Venus in Cancer with one of our serious clients. You're not one of our serious clients.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this exact position, in the 8th house too.
Yeah.
But all this does to you is make you whiny.
Yeah.
Because
the crab is like a little crab shuffler. Every cardinal sign has a direction, and Venus in Cancer in general as a cardinal sign likes to go backwards, likes to be nostalgic, but also likes to shift back and forth in that little crab shuffle of like not addressing the subject. It squares Aries and Capricorn, so it's like not forward moving, just scuffle, 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 scuffle. What up, Greta, in the comments?
Is Greta in the comments? Oh. I love when Shaina does voices. Same, D-Rose. Oh my god.
Anyway,
so scuffle,
scuffle. I does not want to address the situation head on. Then in the 8th house, we were talking about like, this is someone who likes to pick their scabs.
Yeah.
Like, something hurt me
Scorpio
a while
rising,
ago.
Pluto in the 1st. Oh my god, pick at it. Like, Pluto in the 1st or Scorpio rising, especially both, will be like, if there seems like there's like, okay, like, I just have a theory. My roommate doesn't lock the door, and I know it's not because, I thought for a while, I was like, he's lazy. He's a Taurus moon. He's lazy. Doesn't feel like locking the door. Now I am absolutely convinced it's because he welcomes what could come through that door if he keeps it unlocked. Because that is Scorpio rising. That's like, fucking, like, that's a story. If some burglar comes in, then he gets to confront this burglar, get angry at this burglar, and kick them out of his home. And that sounds like a fucking Scorpio kind of like, you know what I mean? Do you see what I'm saying?
Sounds like what I want to do.
That sounds like something that a Scorpio rising would want. They're like, how do I get into the most, like, deepest of deep shit possible? Like, how do I experience this ridiculous stuff? So I'm like, he wants it unlocked because he wants somebody to walk through that.
Bring it on.
It's like, bring it on.
I'm sad anyway. Make me more sad. I dare you.
I think it's more like, well, I don't know. What's your Mars? Your Mars. His is more like he has all this Mars energy, doesn't know what to do with. So then he could like.
Yeah, your Mars is in Virgo, but it is at 29 degrees, which means that it's your Amakarika.
Yeah.
So you do have a large amount of Mars energy.
Mars 11th house people. This isn't a drag, but I found that they're very talented with their hands and working and making things. I've always been very impressed. You don't expect that to be an athletic position, but I found it to be very surprising.
Because it's team sports.
Yeah.
Team networking, Mars sports.
I know that's not a drag, but that's just something I found recently.
I think Mars 11th is probably the best place to have your fucking Mars.
Yeah.
It's not a.
Yeah, I think so. So
congratulations.
Anyway, so back to the things that do suck. Okay, so I want to go back to Scorpio rising, Taurus moon combination. I was going to say something about it, and I've completely forgotten what that was. But I will say, I know what it is. So Scorpio rising, you show like, I need power. I want to be my own. They want to be their own boss. They want to be not only their own boss, but the boss of the world, right? This is the ultimate like, even as a joke, I have a friend that's a Scorpio rising. She was always like, I should be president. You know what I mean? Oh, I should be supreme dictator. and they want to be like the one, the only. But then when you throw Taurus in the 7th house in there, it's like they appear this way, but in reality, they're the most dependent people in the world. I think this is the most dependent moon position. The only thing that can make it more dependent is if it's Venus and Taurus in the 7th house. You just switch it over. Not that these people like can't function by themselves, but like
They don't want to.
they don't. Yeah, exactly. They don't want to. They want to constantly be with somebody, and they need that constant like fulfillment of love and that reaffirmation. And you need it even more because your sun is in Leo, and so you need that affirmation from somebody like constantly streaming in your ear, especially from the person you love, because you have Venus and Cancer in the 8th house. So you just need to constantly be like, if you don't tell me that I'm pretty and you love me every 5 seconds, then I won't believe you. And even if you do tell me, I won't believe you, but I do continuously need it at all times.
Let's get to your Saturn in Aquarius in the 4th house.
And it's horribly
It's
aspected.
horrible. It's retrograde.
Oh, it's so sad.
And what's really funny about just Aquarius Saturns in general, but in a very prominent house, like a prominent angular house, like the 4th house is, and especially with yours being retrograde, it's like your dad truly was a big present, like made a big impact on your life and is important to you, and you dedicate a lot of your mental space to thinking about your father, but also you have like no actual connection
Yes.
to him.
Yeah, you have like when you guys see each other, like you don't really have much to talk about. You don't actually feel connected emotionally to your dad, and he probably doesn't even feel very connected to you. But like whenever he says like his rules or what he finds, like what his Saturn stuff is in him, you constantly have in your head. And if you're not reaching that standard, you're like, I'm the worst person in the world. But that standard is definitely not your standard, especially because it's so poorly aspected. It's not true to you at all, but yet you're still trying to hold yourself to this kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dumb.
Sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. Also, Saturn in Aquarius retrograde, you might be, right, so retrograde can make you pretty self-disciplined, but it can also make you not, if it's not well aspected, and it's just not a well placed Saturn. So I just feel like this is you really, really just deal with your issues by detaching from them and pretending they don't exist. And I think your number one way to deal with it is by using your moon in Taurus and sleeping and napping.
Also, Saturn in Aquarius loves to blame the collective for
Yes.
their problems.
Yes.
It's not me, it's society.
Yes.
Capitalism.
It's just like, how am I supposed to work underneath this fucking shit? It's not my fault I'm not doing X, Y, or Z. It's because the pillars aren't laid out for me.
Society
bro.
has stopped me from being able to do what I probably wouldn't do anyway.
yeah. But I probably wouldn't do it.
But at least I can blame it on
someone
man.
On the man. On the Saturn man.
Yeah.
But in reality, that Saturn man's you because it's in the 4th house and you're holding it in yourself.
You're the
Ain't
Saturn
nobody holding it but you. Oh my God.
Especially because, like, hold on.
God, wait, you even have Lilith in the 5th house in Aries like my roommate. This is weirdly similar. And the same Ceres, the same Chiron. That's actually
I think this person was just born like a couple months before.
Oh, what?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, but it's
They're all the
actually
same
a
generational.
chunk of months, though. But
Yeah, it is a chunk of months, but same rising, so you know.
Right.
What's funny with Neptune and Capricorn and then Saturn and Aquarius, this combination for you guys is like it can go a couple of different ways. The way that I'm going to say that it goes for you, since we were talking about you being like, the man, the system. Yeah. You're like, the man, the system. Capitalism sucks. But like Neptune and Capricorn is so disillusioned by the man and is so under the man's wing. It's people who have like as much as...
Is this me? You know what's really weird is if just a minute ago I went, I feel like Dan's watching.
Me
this.
too.
Did you really?
Yeah.
And I'm like, he never watches our stuff, but I feel like he is.
He was called. He's like, it's
I'll
me.
bet you anything it's because Greta was like, Dan! Watch it!
Anyway, as I was saying, us Neptune and Capricorn people were so disillusioned by the man, and as much as Saturn and Aquarius is like, fuck the man, I want to be a socialist, fuck capitalism, we are the most under the thumb of this American dream capitalist idea.
Yeah, because Neptune and Capricorn is literally all about like, we're like, you grow up and become famous and rich if you work hard, right? But how do you work hard? I don't know. So I'm just gonna sell myself. I should be famous because I'm cool.
And also, I'm not doing it. It's a man. It's the baby boomers.
It's his fault.
And the baby boomers fucked it for us. Also, Greta's mom is in the comments. Everyone's here today.
But not Kathleen. Everybody but the person we're doing this for is here.
Kathleen just emailed us saying that she had computer issues.
Aww.
So we'll email her back saying that we still did her dragon. Hopefully she's born in August. Otherwise, this is just Dan.
Okay. Okay, I actually do know what I want to drag. I want to drag Chiron in the 10th because something about him also has watching him. Because, okay, Chiron in the 10th is so self-conscious, so hyper-aware, and like not only do you have this Scorpio rising with Pluto in the 4th, which is just like, this is my pay, you can see it written on me, but also from far away you're like, wow, look at that wounded person, because like Chiron's in the 10th, and so you're just like, your wounds are all like fucking, you're just like, here they are, everyone, look at me, this is how wounded I am. Oh, and especially because your Chiron's in Leo, so I feel like it's even more, you're like, guys, my wounds! Like,
and also Scorpio rising, like, can't you just tell I've been through some shit?
Yeah, can't you tell I've been through
tell?
some
I've like had a hard life.
Yeah, my dark and mysterious appearance, you can tell I'm sad. I'm sad. I honestly think that a lot of Scorpio risings, even when they're happy, don't want to appear happy because they're like, that'll give off the thing that I've had an easy life and I gotta keep this hard life thing going. I'm gonna keep up appearances, guys. I'm not okay and I'm not happy. It's cool to hate everyone.
If I show any type of like, I don't know, I'm just gonna repeat what you just said.
Okay, well, Chiron in the 10th. So also it's like, this makes you so self-conscious and so nervous to do anything work-related, which is weird because you have a Leo sun and you're a Leo midheaven. So these people are usually like, I'm ready to put myself out there. So you may be like, why don't I relate to this? Like, I'm such a willingness to put myself out there. There's so many Leos. It's because of this. It's because Chiron, it makes you, every time you put yourself out there, Chiron's like, fuck you, here's a hurt for putting yourself out there. Here's a hurt. So it's like something as simple. It's like that. It'd be like that though. Doesn't it feel that way? Here's a fucking hurt. Like that. So it's like something as simple as like, oh, I have to send my resume to a company. You're like, because you're like, Chiron is like, tells yourself, and like Leo tells yourself you're gonna be like people care more than they do.
Everything matters.
Everything matters so much. Like, and just like it's just like looking it over a billion times, but like never even fixing it. Just like maybe staring at it and fixing one little thing and being like, you know. So just like it's almost impossible to get anything done just because of that like hyper awareness and self consciousness and like. Here's a hurt. Every time you send out a resume, fuck you. Here's a hurt.
You get hurt, and you get hurt, and you get hurt. Because Chiron is the wounded healer. It's like, I know how important this is, but I can't do it. I just can't.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah. Okay.
Honestly, same though. That's fixed energy. I'm like,
Yeah.
I know this is important, but I can't do it.
Yeah. Let me see here. Mercury and Leo. Now we dragged this position a lot, but I feel like it's been a hot second since we have.
You want to talk about how unfunny they are?
I want to talk about how funny they are. because I haven't for a while. The only Mercury in Leo that I think has a good sense of humor has it retrograde, because I love retrograde Mercury's sense of humor. I feel like that can make me think that anybody's funny. But yours isn't retrograde, so fuck you, you're not funny.
You have the wrong retrograde planets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Mercury in Leo in the 9th house, you say everything that comes to your mind, and you say it loud, and you scream it, and shut the fuck up sometimes. And I think it's well aspected. It's sextile your Mars. It's like one of the only planets that's healthy. And so with it being healthy, sextiling your Mars, fucking Mars in Virgo, which is just gonna like, you know what I mean? And then Mercury in Leo, which is like, ah, and the 9th house is just like, here's a joke, ha ha ha, at your expense. Here's another joke at your expense. Here's another joke at your expense. But don't you dare say anything about me. If you do, I'll get really butthurt, and my ego will be hurt. Oh, they said this bad thing about me.
Shayna's a perfect person to drag people, because anytime that something, as a Capricorn, she's like, anytime if something is healthy, she's like, it's healthy. That means it's lazy. It's got me wounded and hurt. You gotta go through some
But
shit.
not even, because I'll drag all the unhealthy planets too. So like Saturn sucks. You're just like literally.
That's why you're the perfect person to drag.
I was gonna say, it's like you give me a good planet, you give me a bad planet, it's draggable. Obviously, obviously healthier planets are gonna be healthier and they're gonna be much easier. But you gotta find the drag.
Well, you have the best Mars house placement, so.
Yeah, dude, we said nice things about
we
your
said
Mars. Shut this fuck up. You're not even here. But in my head, when you're watching this, you're gonna be like, Mercury sextile Mars. Oh, if you were, you'd probably be commenting a lot. Oh my god, you would have been very active in the comments.
Yeah. But instead, we got all of
Oh my
our
god,
here.
you're having technical issues, and your Chiron is in Leo in the 10th house. Of course, you're like, I got this drag. It's gonna be about me. Leo midheaven, I'm so excited. And then your fucking Chiron's like, fuck you, here's some hurt. You don't even get to show up.
And on that
note, that's the you drag me. We figured it out. We figured out what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna email you now.
Okay, so we start our next one at 2 p.m. And it is, whose is it?
It is Jamie.
Jamie, okay. So if you want to drag me, you can purchase one. They're in stock. But let's see what else. What did people say? I think I'm up next. Are you Jamie?
No, this person is saying that they tried to buy one, but that there was a PayPal issue, and that is just something that you have to email us about so that we can answer it. We can't really.
Oh yeah, no. You know. Email us and show us, and if you like have a screenshot of it, I don't know what you're trying. Y'all gotta do a live Q&A sometimes. I'm curious about the series like behind those on the wall behind. That's why I asked about your fave asteroids. These are this is Nina's apartment. Is Mercury in 29 degrees Cancer almost like a Leo? No, it is not. But the reason why people, I think, get cusp confused, so you have a Mercury in Cancer all the way through and through, but in progressed charts, your progressed Mercury went into Leo pretty soon, so that's why you may feel like you more have a Mercury in Leo. That's because right now you do, but you're still, like I have a 29 degree Venus in Sagittarius, so it's like mine was in Capricorn really quickly as a child, but like even as much as mine's very much Saturn in my progressed chart, Venus and Capricorn, I would not consider it at all natally a cusp. It's very much a Venus and Sagittarius. But I was, yeah. Okay. LMAO. Hi. Riveting, you guys. Okay, let me pull up Jamie's. Oh, we got a Cancer rising. Oh, they got the chart like ours. I don't know if you can tell, but this is very much be looking like me and Nina's chart. Nope, you can't tell at all.
Wait.
See?
Jamie?
Yeah.
Jamie?
Oops. Oh, wait, I put 11:45 p.m. Is it actually a.m.? October 7th?
Oh, you know what? You're right. I fucked up.
Are you sure? Are you sure I didn't fuck up?
I'm pretty sure. Yes. Because it is p.m. And I remember doing that. Where was you born?
That place, New Mexico.
Okay.
Shaina, you still have a cold.
Shaina's
I always do. Double your vitamin D3. I need to single my vitamin D3. I don't. I need to take some.
My mom is all about vitamin D.
I was taking it for a while, D3, because I know it's especially good for people with autism. Like, you especially don't have it for some reason. But then it got expensive. And then I just didn't buy it.
I'm just
after a while.
terrible at remembering to take vitamins.
Triple it. What does that mean? Oh, it does stand.
Triple of 0.
What can you buy? You can buy DRAAG. Do you guys enjoy life in LA, or would you prefer being elsewhere?
Probably both.
Yeah, I was gonna say both. I'm 100%. I couldn't agree more with that statement. Dude, this chart really be looking
Like us.
like us. Damn. What's up? What's up, Jamie? I get excited whenever I see people with like the half chart like me. I'm like, oh my god. And then I'm like, it does suck. How can I? Oh, PartyTrickAstrology.com
shop!
Bitch!
Come on!
We say all the fucking time. Okay, so
I think people just don't listen to us. I think people like skim through we say so much all the time.
That's
Always
the point,
same
though.
stuff.
We say so much, and it's like, how can we expect people to see it all? Because it's just
Yes.
like, blah, blah. That's why we need to get these 2-minute videos starting after the house series. We're gonna be like 2 minutes. It's gonna be 9, and we'll be like, still close enough. Good for us. So yeah, it's 2:00. D-Rose, why are you spilling all your own tea in the fucking live chat? You dragging yourself. So we're waiting on Jamie. I'm about to be pissed if we got 2 no-shows. Our last
Jamie's here!
Yay!
Yes, and she's a Cancer rising.
Yes, okay.
Welcome to the club.
It's 36 minutes is when we're starting exactly. Okay. Oh my god, wait, do you mind saying you don't you have a combination of our interceptions. You have our composite interception.
What is it? You have an Aries Libra interception, but Shaina's double, which is Leo Aquarius.
And that's how it shows up in our composite chart, actually.
Oh.
So
You're just like us.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you love to hear because you're a Libra. Oh my god, you were born on one of my best friend's birthday, right? No. Oh. Well, my friend was born 2 days before you, so they have their same sign. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
And hey, Moon Amakaraka and Sagittarius.
Oh, wow. Can you drag that? Is that a drag?
No, I love it.
Okay. The only thing that I will say, but like Nina's got a pretty good check on it because she doesn't buy much stuff. But it's like if you've got a stain on something, you're buying a whole new thing and you're buying the same one. You know what I mean?
Same one,
yeah, because it's like you gotta be new. Moon Amakaraka. But like that's kind of fine with Nina because it's not like you have a bunch of shit. So
it's because I'm also all the Scorpio energy is like purge it. Well, you have Venus in Scorpio. Wait, oh my god, you're not a Moon Amakaraka. You're a Venus Amakaraka.
Oh my god,
Shaina, because
barely. Yeah, that's crazy.
Both your Moon and your Venus are at 29 degrees, but your Venus just barely wins. So retract that drag.
No, we're so sorry. Your Venus Amakaraka. Anyways, okay, so. Was there anything you want to? Let's see. I'm seeing if there's anything that I specifically want to drag first. Sun. Let's just go with Sun in Libra in the 4th house because it's Libra season. The Sun is in Libra in both and yours right now, and all it's made me do is to want to watch drama. Like dramatic, dumb, petty drama stuff, and I like literally the sun went into Libra. I was home alone, and I was like, "Let's watch the grossest stuff on YouTube." Like not grossest, but like, like dumb, like tea spill things,
that kind of
or
stuff.
like what's going on with this person, and like ooh, and I was like, "This is what's going," and it's the Libra in the 4th house energy.
With that Scorpio Venus too, dig down deep into what the hell is going on.
Yeah, you must love those fucking drama channels on YouTube.
Also, you are just the hostess with the mostest. Also, as soon as the sun went into Libra, we had a slumber party, which is the most Libra in the 4th house thing for us to ever possibly do.
That's so funny. Sun and Libra in the 4th house. This is somebody who was like, oh, and it's intercepted. Damn, what a pushover. You are such a pushover. And you're a Cancer rising. You have Saturn, but it's retrograde in the 10th house. So you get shat on all the time.
Intercepted.
Oh my god. So you get shat on all the time. And you're always just like, wait, what was that thing that you said? The Princess Diaries thing that you referenced?
Oh my
'Cause that's
God.
her.
And especially with the Cancer rising.
Yeah,
That was like
exactly.
a big Cancer rising mood plus
Mhm.
intercepted sun plus intercepted Aries and Libra. When Mia Thermopolis pre-makeover, she is just like sitting down, minding her own business, and then some like hot, attractive guy is like talking to her, blah, 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 and then he just like sits down on top of her. And he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't see you there." And then Anne Hathaway goes up to Heather, what's her last name? Morris, I want to say. No, hey, whatever. Her friend, what is her name? Lily. She's like, "Somebody sat on me again." She says it just like
Oh yeah, Lily.
somebody sat on me again.
Yeah, that's 100% your energy 24/7. Just somebody sat on
Somebody
me.
sat on me
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
What can I do
What
about
can
it?
I do about it? You can't.
Honestly.
I don't know. Fucking get a tack and hold it when the next time to sit down. Fucking poke their ass. Yeah. So Cancer rising, squaring your Sun, squaring Mercury. So you are 100%. Yeah, you're just like us. You're just seen as a little girl. You're not taken seriously, but people expect the most of you.
Yeah.
And so it's just like,
Exactly.
how are you gonna expect the most of me, but then not take me seriously?
Yeah. You're dumb, but also, why are you not like getting A pluses and you're only getting A's?
Yeah.
You're so dumb, but also you should be better.
Yeah. You did all this and you did all this blah 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 blah, but you forgot this one item. What the actual fuck? You fucking no.
It's just like that's what's expected of you, and you're dumb for not exceeding your expectations, even if the expectations are exceedingly high.
Although I will say, with retrograde Saturn and intercepted, I found with people that have this like both retrograde and intercepted, it's almost weirdly lucky. Because it's like such an absence of, now it is in the 10th house, so it might be a difference, but it's such an absence of an external Saturn that like you probably maybe beat up on yourself a lot, but like the world tends to not really, like you tend to be okay. Because it's just like, it's not throwing you like,
see, my experience with intercepted Saturn.
But it's also
right?
retrograde. I'm not saying just intercepted.
But there's the baby on the doorstep syndrome.
Yeah.
That we've talked about. I think we talked about that in our public advance reading, actually. I don't remember. There's baby on the doorstep syndrome. And then there's also like especially with an intercepted sun, it's like when you learn from a young age when people are like, okay, anyone have any questions? And you're like, if I ask, then everyone's going to think I'm dumb. And I've just learned that eventually I'll figure it out. So you never get instructions with intercepted Saturn. You never get like the instructions of like, this is the lesson plan of how to do. You're just like, I just gotta go with the flow. And eventually I'll fuck up, but I can't speak up for myself and be like, I don't understand. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but this is a drag. So here's my drag version of this. So here's what I think. Okay, intercepted Saturn is like, where are my problems coming from? I don't understand. And then retrograde Saturn, there's no outer discipline. There's no outer, you don't see any outer external blah, blah, blah for your problems. Like any like punch. You don't get any, what's repercussion, any external repercussion. So when you don't know where your problems are coming from and you don't get any external repercussion from your problems, that just makes you just fucking skate on by from a lot of things that you shouldn't be fucking skating on by. That's what I think. I don't know. I know a story of somebody who has like this combination in Aries and they fucking wrecked their car and then they just got another car.
Damn.
Because it's like, the person's like, this isn't my fault that I wrecked my car. It's an intercepted Saturn. Because if you have it in like a stupid person, you're like, it's an intercepted Saturn. And then it's not direct, so it's not like you're going to be like, who did this? Like, why was the issue here? Now I have to get the consequences. No, it's retrograde. The external influences aren't shitting on you. You get a fucking another car.
Yeah, I also think that this entire combination speaks to like, no one taught you how life works. Like, you have no, like, how to
ABC,
how to relationship, how to work, how do I even get a job? And everyone's just like, oh, it's simple. You like submit a resume, you apply, and you're like, it doesn't work in my experience.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I feel like this is a combination of somebody who like, if you're like, yeah, go apply here. You'd be like, and the person would be like, what? I don't understand. And you're just like throwing resumes everywhere. And you're like, you just go online and search it. Let me see. Okay, you got some fifth house energy.
Yeah.
Venus and Scorpio we get told we were pretty mean and harsh on that video. Not harsh, but people are like, I'm not that evil.
We really dug into what Venus and Scorpio can fucking do.
Yeah, we said that. I felt like we prefaced it with like, this is in all cases, but in some extreme cases, we have to tell you.
And we would be remiss if we didn't point out that Venus and Scorpio can do the things that Venus and Scorpio can do.
Because nobody can do them but Venus and Scorpio, because Venus and Scorpio.
Yeah, and also it's a big Scorpio thing.
Fucking
so
Venus rules Taurus. Of course, Venus and Scorpio is going to be good placement.
You're not necessarily an abuser, but it can happen.
So you just have, I feel like a lot of intense feelings for people. Like Venus conjunct Mars already has intense feelings because they're, in synastry. If one is being activated, the other's always being activated. So love and lust is always being activated at the same time. So sometimes like, oh, I have a little crush on him. We're like, ooh, I fuck him. It's like, I need them. And then it's conjunct your Pluto. So it's just so intense. You're just constantly being shaken up. I feel like you're probably such a boy crazy or whatever kind of gender.
Yeah.
A blank crazy fucking person growing up, and you will never change from that.
And here's the thing. Your ego is so weak. Your sense of self is
so weak.
Your sun is in its fall and intercepted.
Conjunct Lilith. Which is really...
And then you've got like not the best Venus placement.
No.
And both of those themes together of Libra and Scorpio are just like, hand me over to you so that we can meld into one. And what is
it's
it
just like
individuality?
Take me, anybody, please take my soul.
What is my own sense of self, especially with Aries intercepted, and also all of my life is like focused into melding with another person, but I don't know how relationships work because Libra intercepted.
That's so true. Yeah, so you're just like, relationships are me completely giving myself over to the person and us becoming one and never separating, and you better call me every single goddamn day.
Also, Jupiter in the 8th house.
Oh yeah, these people are kind of fucking crazy sometimes. Honestly, I really like this energy because I get to tell them about astrology or whatever, and they'll be like, I believe you. And I'm like, great. I'll be like, listen, there might be a ghost. And they're like, there is. I feel it. There's a ghost. Like, these people are most likely to just believe in spooky stuff. Almost to a little bit to a fault, to where they might not have any backing, but they're like, yep, spooky. This spirit guide follows me around and tells me what to do. And you just gotta be like, sure they do. Yeah, Jamie, they totally do. And you're like, I will never be able to approve or disprove them. So
here I am saying it, and you don't gotta believe me, but I believe me.
But okay, but Venus and Scorpio in the 5th house, it's okay. So most Venus and Scorpios take a while to open up, but I feel like with your Venus Scorpio being the 5th house, I feel like the pain and abuse and trauma of your Venus comes from you opening up so fast, so consistently to people. Because 5th house energy is like, yeah, let's do it. Like, that's like, you're like, even Pluto in the 5th house is ready to just like jump into like the fucking day 1654th on their first date. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Also, you have all this 5th house energy, which is like the let's get to romancing.
Yeah.
You don't have especially with Neptune in the 7th house and your Libra interception, you don't have a good idea of how relationships work, but you also have this 8th house energy of like, I want to meld my soul, and Venus and Scorpio, I want to meld my soul with this other person. So what happens is that you dive into like romance, and you're like, okay, we go now here, and everything will turn into relationship as ASAP. And then you're like, wait, this isn't working out how I think it should work out, how I thought it should
Aquarius,
work out. This isn't
Uranus and Aquarius. Actually, I don't
get what's happening. Why this not turn into relationship? Huh?
Or what I actually think, because you've got 5th house Scorpio, 8th house Aquarius with Uranus in there, is that you get super attached super fast, and then when it does actually get sat in that relationship, you disconnect as the relationship goes on, and like you feel almost less as it continues, or you what you once thought you don't want anymore as it continues on. And also another issue that you have, so your Venus is another issue that you have. Hi, I'm a Capricorn. Another issue that you have is so your Venus is in Scorpio in the 5th house, as we mentioned. And Venus in Scorpio is like, you know, love equals sex, but also these people aren't usually the quickest to put themselves out there sexually. You know, like if they fuck somebody, they're gonna really think about it. It might be on the 3rd date, but they're gonna spend all the time thinking about it and contemplating it. However, your Mars is in Sagittarius in the 5th house, which is the most just fuck this person, who gives a shit placement. So you must you probably just fuck people when fucking really quick, right? And that's totally fine. But your Venus isn't really fine with that, because your Venus doesn't want one night stands. Your Venus is like, yeah, I fucked you the first time, but like this is a thing. Like you should keep texting me. Like I love you.
Together forever now.
Together forever
That's
now,
how it
right?
works.
Like sure, like yeah, that's how it works, right? Yeah, come on. Like you must have driven some people crazy. I'm sure you've been treated terribly too, but you probably don't know. Have you said anything? I'm actually curious.
She said that her data is slow, so she's or her data is running out, so she's like behind in the video. So when she's commenting about things that we said like a couple minutes ago, but that's fine.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I gotta take one moment and drag D-Rose. We've told you so many times you can buy one on our website.
Check.astrology.com/shop.
There you go. Okay, let's see. What else do we have? Okay, so Lilith conjunct Sun in Libra. This emphasizes your need for gossip, your need for drama, and your need for it to be all passive aggressive and all like when I said like ha ha ha, like this is such like drama channel energy, like no, like you are a drama channel owner. You don't just watch them, you are completely involved and enveloped and comment, and you probably like get involved with it, and like that's probably how you're like, I want to be like, okay, this is what I think it is, because it's like Libra, so it's not going to be like I'm the leader, I'm the person famous that everybody's talking about, right? But that's what you want to be. So how you're going to do it is being like piggyback on everybody else's drama. You know what I mean? Like you're that bitch that like if Susie's involved in some drama and you kind of know Susie, you're going to like go over to Susie and be like, blah, 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 and like try to get all involved in it. And like just because like you want to be, you know, those people that just insert themselves in drama when they had nothing to do with it, and then they make themselves a part of it because they want to be talked about. That's you. You do that, but I feel like it's never successful because it's intercepted. And also, there's this movie called Hail Satan with a question mark. It's a documentary, but there's this girl and she gets kicked out of the satanic temple for being too crazy, which is really funny. But she is like the pure embodiment of, I was like, this girl's got Lilith conjunct Sun. This girl's got some major Lilith stuff, because though she's cool, but it was such that Lilith feminism. You know what I mean? Of like how would you describe it?
Lilith feminism is like, it's not men and women are equal. It's 1, we have been wounded. 2, we must overthrow.
Yeah, and it's also those kind of people that are, oh my God, you're totally this person who's like, yeah, men have totally taken sexual advantage of women all of our lives. So we should turn around and take advantage of them. Let's make them feel our pain. That'll solve things.
That's what equality is.
Yeah.
It's called scorpionic revenge.
Yeah. And it's like, that gets us nowhere. Fuck Susie.
Hey.
I don't know who Susie is.
That's my cousin.
What?
I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, so that's definitely like Venus and Scorpio. I've actually heard somebody with Venus and Scorpio say that multiple times. That like, that's, yeah. I don't think this one. Okay, do we have anything to drag about Moon in Sagittarius? We have
Moon in Sagittarius?
In the 6th house.
In the 6th house?
Okay, this actually I do. Moon in Sagittarius, how fun. Make it not fun, put it in the 6th house. That's both of our Sag stuff. We're like, yay!
Yay!
Sagittarius
In the 6th house. Moon in the 6th house, you take your work home with you and you're just always stressed. And there's never a moment where you're like, let me relax.
No, it's Sagittarius. It's never ending. You have never ending
ending
amounts of stress.
Never ending amounts of stress. Yay! And also you're like, must have routine. Then you're like, have routine. Routine
bored.
is trapping me. I cannot be free.
But if I'm not, but then you're like, let's try to change it up a little bit. And then you're like, this is too much. My moon is off and now I'm sick. I tried to go out for 2 nights in a row.
I'm just gonna like go with the flow. I'm not gonna like plan out my whole week all along. I'll plan it day by day. But if I get groceries today, then and I go on Thursday, will I have time to, maybe I should get groceries tomorrow.
And then the next thing you know, your whole planner's full.
And then my laundry, because I need to have this cleaned for my meeting, and bad news bears.
No.
But you can go that way, or you can be like, never mind, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
A moon
just drag straight up moon in Sagittarius.
Yeah, so this is my drag for straight up moon in Sagittarius. So moon in Gemini gets the kind of like the butt for being like, you'll tell them one thing, like, let's say this isn't true, but you're like, well, this is true. If somebody's like a vegan and they know nothing about the Smiths, this is the one thing I know about the Smiths, is like, Morrissey is vegan, right? So this is how somebody with a Gemini moon would take it. Morrissey's vegan. I love the Smiths and they're vegan. The Smiths is the best band in the world. Morrissey's the best guy in the world. I don't even know anything else about this entity. They're great, right? So that's what fucking Gemini moon gets shit for. But Sagittarius moons have their own way of doing it. They'll be like, oh, did you know, like, Morrissey is vegan? And they're going to be like, oh my God, that's great. I love vegan. So they're going to search about Morrissey. And they're going to, like, they kind of, I almost find some Sagittarius moons, especially younger Sagittarius moons, will only look at the stuff that is for their view. You know what I mean? Whatever they like, that's what they'll pay attention to almost. And like, it's like once they set their belief on something, then they set on their belief. So then if they get, I know there's some like shit with Morrissey. So then if you'd be like, actually Morrissey's blah, 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 they would almost be like, and they get into this like hyperventilative stage of like, this is new information that contradicts the information that I have set my entire life on, and I cannot hear.
Basically, you just want to live in an echo chamber.
Yeah, okay, that's the word. That's what it is.
And that's the end of your drag.
There it is. That's how you phrase it properly.
Yeah, she's late. She says, yes, men should totally have periods and suffer.
Yeah.
That's big Lilith mood.
Big Lilith mood. I will say though that like,
you know,
I feel that a little bit. That's not as bad.
That Taylor Swift song that came out. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. Wondering if I'd get there quicker if I was a man. The first time that I heard that song, I was like, okay, totally, yeah, you get shit for dating guys and Leonardo DiCaprio. Actually, you know what? Leonardo DiCaprio does get called like a playboy and an asshole all the time, so I don't
Oh no, he's called a playboy?
Oh yeah, playboy.
That's so terrible.
But whatever, and people are like, yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio's an asshole to women and all that stuff. But what my thing is like,
I heard he was just an asshole, period.
Right?
I don't stop. Like,
I don't ever wish that I was a man. Sure, periods suck very much, but like, men are not educated on how to take care of themselves, and I can't fathom that. I can't fathom like not knowing how to feed yourself, not knowing how to clean your bathtub. Like, men are not socialized to do that stuff. So I do not wish I was a man just so that I could be called a playboy instead of a whore.
My grandpa, one of my grandpas didn't know how to use a toaster. He died not knowing how to toast.
It's terrible.
His own bread. But also, is that terrible, or is he lucky because he never had to do it for himself?
That's
and he
true.
never even had to learn. He always had somebody do it for him.
Because someone was always toasting his bread.
Yeah, he never had to learn how to toast bread because he never had to learn how to toast bread, but he always got
But
it.
I'm an Aquarius. I want to toast my own bread.
No, I know. Obviously, like, I'm not, whatever. But when I heard that, I was like, my little self, I was like, he doesn't.
Yeah, but
toast bread.
when my mom travels and leaves my dad, he's like miserable.
Oh, yeah, no,
He's like,
exactly.
I've been abandoned.
Oh my god. No, my dad can.
So,
My dad can hold his own.
I don't like the idea of being so unsocialized to just take care of
Yeah.
myself that I have to feel abandoned
Yeah.
when someone isn't toasting my bread.
No, for sure, no.
So I'll take being able to toast my own bread over, you know. It's tomato, potato. It's apples to oranges. You can't be like, men have everything and women have nothing, you know? But that song is really catchy. I'm so sick of running as fast as I can. I wonder if I get there quicker if I was a man.
That song totally reminds me of. Okay, our next one's at 2:25, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is.
So this is for Grace. This is the last one of the drag me. We both did it. So I'm gonna get a quick Kleenex. So give me 2
Got it,
seconds.
girl. So what's up, everybody? Everyone's still tuning in. We're an hour in, and we still got 20 minutes to go. So,
Actually, I should. Jeez, so many flails without me. No,
I know.
I'm kidding.
I'm having a bad.
I'm kidding, Mina. Let's see here. Okay, nothing to talk about. Give it something to talk. Let's take a look at this person's chart.
Oh yeah, gotta exit out of this.
Oh, sorry. You want to watch your new bid, but you have to catch the bus for school on your phone.
On a Sunday? Oh, timestamps.
Fucking.
Oh my god, look. Someone keeps giving my Skype number saying that they are offering Chinese people jobs. And I always get people talking in Mandarin to me and sending me messages in Chinese. And I'm like, I don't know how to help you. This is the wrong number.
And you know the person that put that phone number is like, I haven't gotten any interest.
So, but this has been happening for months.
Yeah, and they're very confused and very sad. I'm sorry I made you yell, Shane. Did you make me yell?
Yeah, you were like, we've told you a billion times, D-Rose.
Oh my god,
Those
Mars
are your
and-
people skills. Shane.
Mars
You're very good people.
I did. That to me, that's not yelling. To me, I was having a fun time. I thought it was funny.
You're just bragging. You're just joking around.
You don't have to buy one. You don't need to. It was
We don't
just,
have to, but
we just laugh because we say it.
we say,
But also, you can be a new viewer. Welcome. We hit
yeah, we've already said it
15,000.
17 billion times in this life.
I know. Why do you think I was like, meh? Okay, never mind. Come on, Grace.
Come on, Grace, pull through.
Pull through.
Pull through.
Pull
Come
through.
through,
Pull through.
Grace.
Come through. Should I email them to you?
Grace, she's beauty and she's Grace. She's Miss United States.
What's the difference? Which one is the one that Donald Trump have the one that's like Miss America?
Miss America and Miss United States are the same thing.
No.
No.
No, there's a Miss America and a Miss United States, isn't there? Yeah, there's like multiple pageants.
Grace is here.
I gotta look this up now. Miss USA, Miss Universe, and Miss America are all completely different competitions.
What?
Miss
They're
America.
different competitions.
And I only know this because they'd always be all around in Vegas, and I'd be like, why do they come around 3 times a year for the same thing? And my mom would be like, no, Shaina, this is a different one. Because the Miss America is a scholarship program as well as a pageant. The winner of Miss USA pageant goes on to complete in the Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah, okay.
I remember when I first heard about Miss and Mr. Universe, I thought it was like a strong person thing. They were like, "Rrr." Anyway. So Grace is here. Hi, Grace. And it is, try to just wait it out until it's at the
104.
4 minutes. So we will start. Do you have an interception? I'll check that out.
Yeah, you do have an interception. It is
Virgo,
Pisces, Virgo. With double Leo, double Aquarius.
Oh, this is another. No, you double Pisces.
Yeah.
Okay, we started on
Way to
track.
remember my chart, Shaina.
I'm just got confused for a second.
I know.
We all get confused for a second.
I know your chart through and through, degrees and everything. 28 degrees Sagittarius Venus in the 6th house. Try me that.
Okay, so
10 degree Capricorns. No, 10 degree Cancer rising.
Oh, dude, you got conjunct Lilith too. So Cancer in the 3rd house. Oh my god, you had such a long time growing up. You're such a nice little school. You shine. And you're everybody's favorite. Congrats for being the star.
Yay. So I feel like your mom was a teacher at your lower school.
Yeah, something like that.
Also, big theme. So many kids whose parents are Steiner kids, went to Steiner school, went to Waldorf school, have Virgo moons. This is a fact. Everyone that I went to school with whose parent also was part of Steiner education or even a Steiner teacher, they had a Virgo moon. Mr. Kate, Steiner kid. Child, Virgo moon. Are you a Steiner kid is what I'm saying. Because I feel like your mom was part of your growing up and was like a teacher and like that's why you were like so seen in the 3rd house.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe your
Cancer
dad is
mom.
your son. But your Virgo moon, I'm just getting vibes that your mom is like a teacher.
I just feel like your mom's annoying. That's what I'm getting vibes of. Like your mom's too much. My cousin has Virgo moon intercepted in the 5th house, and she coddled the fucking goddamn shit out of him. This is the kind of mom that's like, I'll do everything for you so you can spend all your time doing nothing, and then I'll be so confused when you're older and you don't know how to do anything for yourself. What happened? I just did everything for you, so you never learned. And it's like, you gotta let them free sometimes. Like, you probably had the mom that was like, if you were birds and the mom had to like kick you out of the nest, the mom wouldn't kick you out of the nest, so you never learned how to fly out of the nest, so they can keep you in the nest your whole life. Yeah, you know what I mean?
I just feel like Virgo moon in the 5th house is so like, my child, I will sing to you and you will be so creative.
Oh, yeah.
But also know how to clean your room.
Yeah.
I will create the perfect child. That is my life mission, to be the perfect mom.
Right. But it's intercepted, so she's not. That's the thing, is like,
she tries.
This is the mom that's like, I'm going to be the perfect mom. I spend my life being a mom, and I am just here to be a mom. And oh my god, this painting you did is amazing. Everything you do is amazing. But yet, like, in trying to be the perfect mom, like, I feel like this is almost like either a stay-at-home mom or a mom, like Nina said, like, was with you at school. So it kind of felt like she was a stay-at-home mom in the sense that you never had your freedom from her. She was always doing things for you. She always knew what was going on. And so in trying to be the perfect mom, she wound up being the perfect mom and forgetting to have the perfect kid almost. Does that make sense?
Or even like, hi, mom, can we have a relationship?
Right.
Instead of like you just being a mom to be a mom.
Yeah.
Like being a mom includes, having a kid.
Yeah. And also like in the 5th house though, there's that element of trying to be the fun mom. You know what I mean? With an intercepted 5th house. So it's like, yeah, let's do all these fun things. Or it's like, if you're sad, your mom's gonna like console you by being like, let's go into the roller coasters and everything will be great. Haha, yeah, you lost, like, yeah, this super serious thing happened and like, we're just gonna pretend it didn't and go to the movies and make you feel good by giving you and buying you things. Like, this is, I think, the mom that's like, you want a piece of candy? Here's a piece of candy. You want this? Here's this. And so, like, you have an intercepted 5th house because you never had to do it for yourself or, like, work for it yourself. And mom was just like, here you go. Here you go. Here's all these nice things. Here's your bed perfectly made. Here's all these video games or whatever it is you do. Here are all the dance shoes if you dance. I don't know. And so it's like, your mom built such a, like, makes you be so dependent on her, that you don't know how to, and like moon intercepted, like you kind of don't know how to do anything for yourself and you're in a certain way, like fulfill yourself, you're dependent on like other people kind of emotionally fulfilling you, making you feel good or doing things for you. So then you're like screwed without her. So then you're like perpetually like a mama's girl, you know. We've dragged your moon for a really long time.
We dragged your mom for a really long time.
And I feel like you really like your mom too. Okay, you got some Gemini energy in the second house. You got Venus and Mercury in Gemini. Mercury in Gemini is almost just as annoying as Leo Mercury to me. Gemini Mercury humor is, what is that fucking bitch? Amy Schumer humor. I hate her. She is 100% farts, guys. Look at these other pants. I'm totally sweating in them because I'm fat and ugly.
But especially with Lilith conjunct your sun, right? It's like, I'm fat and ugly, but men suck, and I'm allowed to say vagina if men are allowed to say dick. Vagina. Oh, I'm just a guy and I have a dick.
Like, that's person.
I'm so sick of
let's see. Mercury in Gemini. Also, like, I made the mistake of one time being like, I think this girl's a Gemini rising. And this is, I know you're not a Gemini rising, but you just have a lot of Gemini energy. And the theme of this is don't trust somebody with a lot of Gemini energy. Okay? And I was like, I think this person's a Gemini rising. Because, like, fake lips, you know, typical look, Gemini rising look. I don't know. And my roommate was like, does that mean that we shouldn't trust them? And I was like, and I didn't want to say no because, like, you know, I don't want to, like, prejudge. And, like, I don't even know for sure that she's a Gemini rising. I was like, no. Geminis are fine. You never know with a Gemini. I shouldn't have trusted her. I was completely right. She was a complete lying bitch. Don't fucking trust Gemini. She was 100% was a Gemini rising. She was acting like a Gemini rising the entire time. And the way she was acting was like Gemini Mercury can really just talk to the audience and know how to talk to the audience in that sense of, like, they can come across very fake as a person. So you accept when they sound fake because that's just how they are. But in reality, they're being fake. That's not, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, people with a lot of Gemini energy, they kind of give that energy of like, ha ha ha, I'm a Gemini, da 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 da. So you're like, oh, that's just how they are. They're not being fake. They just kind of are a fake kind of person.
Yeah.
No, but they really are both.
Yeah, like we knew someone who we would be like, oh my God, I don't like fulana.
Is that a real name?
It is in Portuguese. That's what you say, like, anytime that you don't want, it's like the John.
John Smith, right? Or like John Doe.
We don't like fulana. And they'd be like, why don't you like fulana? Oh, she's fake. I'm fake. Like, the kind of person to just, like, be like, I'm fake and it's fine.
Oh, yeah. No,
and
we're
like, ha ha ha. Is it though?
Yeah, no, Gemini totally have that thing of, like, if I say I'm fake, it's fine to be fake.
Because that's not being real fake. About being fake.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
It's fine.
And then you're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll buy into you being real. And then you come across this person being extremely fake and you're like, fuck.
Venus in Gemini. I'm a roast Venus in Gemini, actually. Because I feel like, especially with it squaring your Saturn and in the second house. So this is what I think you're like. You're like, Venus in second house wants a serious relationship. Venus square Saturn takes their partners very seriously. If they like somebody, it's thought about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they're really coming to somebody and being like, I like this person, it's not just right a hunch, right? So you're gonna be like, I like this person, da 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 da. But then Venus in Gemini is it's they're also like the first to be like, I want a relationship, but also when it comes close to one, it's exactly what I realize I don't want.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like, and a Venus in Gemini will literally be like, well, what do? I want a relationship, but every time I get close to one, I don't want it. And I'm like, well, it sounds like you don't want one then. And it sounds like you just want the idea of it. And it sounds like you just like the fun parts. And they'll be like, well, what do? I should have this fucking, classic relationship. And it's like, are you hearing yourself? What do you want? You don't want that, though. Like, as much as it is in your second house, and it is squaring your Saturn, Venus and Gemini, at the end of the day, is bored. And love is not the greatest thing to them in the world. It's not
with the flip-flop between the idea of relationships, so fun. Because, I mean, Venus and Gemini in general is very social.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you'll get along with people on an intellectual level and really enjoy being around people and talking to people and having a good time with people and stuff. And at the end of the day, all of that commitment-y shit is hard for you.
Yeah. Especially with, like, your Virgo-Gemini energy combination. Like, it just makes you so business-like about romantic interactions. It takes a very specific person to not be offended. Like, you'll literally be like, you're the kind of person who's like, it's all about my job. Job, work. Like, kind of what I'm doing. Don't, like, distract me with this other stuff kind of situation. You know, that Virgo, Gemini is all, right? And so then it's like, romanticism? No. Like, going out and having fun? No. And, like, especially because you're a Cancer, ultimate just, like, hang out at your place and just chill. Netflix and chill. And, like, also it's just very unromantic. That's all. You're just, like, as much as you're a Cancer, and Cancers can be romantic, they're more like all cuddly, sweet, and mushy. It's not actually romantic, because that can be like more,
it's not grand gestures.
Leo.
It's not show how much you care about.
It's not fiery love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like mushy things. So you can be like dull, honestly, in a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
You can be kind of dull, because it's like your goal from a relationship isn't to have this fun, spontaneous thing. And you're also so quick to leave a person because you're just a flip-flopper and you get bored and you don't want that.
And the thing is, you find relationships dull.
Yeah.
But not every relationship is dull. It's just that your relationships are dull because you make relationships dull.
Yeah, you're like, what? It's like, why are all my relationships dull? It's like, do you want to look back at yourself? But also, you do have a Scorpio 7th house, Pluto, and Jupiter in there. So maybe you go for crazy fuckers, and then they're like, why are you so boring? And you're like, you're fucking crazy. I want something fucking simple. Anyways, let me see if there's anything that race. My mom is a Virgo, and it's spot on. Oh, your mom is actually a Virgo. Okay. Let's see here. Saturn in the 11th house. And it's in Aquarius.
No, it's in Pisces.
The 11th house is in Aquarius. No, I meant
okay.
11th house is Aquarius. Saturn intercepted in Pisces. Yeah. That combination is just no friends. You don't have friends, right? You have issues with friends. Saturn is in there. Aquarius, which you think would do very well with groups, but it can also just be like the weirdo one. You know, with Saturn in there, intercepted, Aquarius 11th house isn't going to be the thriving version of Aquarius 11th house. It's going to be the weirdo, the one that sticks out, the one that doesn't have friends, the one that doesn't get along with groups. And why is that? Because you're not romantic. You're not fun. You're boring.
No, you're boring. You're basic. And it's just like a lack of understanding of how to react in social groups.
Yeah.
It's different, like friendships. There's two different kinds of friendships. You know, there's 7th house friendships and then there's 11th house friendships. 7th house friendships are like me and Shaina are friends.
Right.
11th house friendships are like friend groups or groups of people.
Right.
So it's not necessarily that your friendships one-on-one are suffering, but just like your
groups are.
Yeah. Like you don't feel comfortable in a group. You don't get how to like meld in with a group. And you just feel like so self-conscious and restricted in groups of people.
What the major theme will be, which is because you do have some 7th house stuff, and having Jupiter in there will help you out. You might not have issues with one-on-one personal relationships. Like I was very good at like latching onto one person, right, and being friends with them and building that relationship. But then in school or whatever, you go into the group. You can't do the group, right? So you may be in a group, but you'll feel like you're not attached to them. You just know this one person. Also, 11th house interceptions. I am the worst at advertising myself and marketing myself. It is so, when I can almost like see myself from the outside trying to do it, like in real life. And I'm like, that is horrible. You do not know how to approach groups of people. And especially because your Aquarius is in there, you must approach them so awkwardly and so uncomfortably. You probably like interrupt them at the wrong time when you're like, hey guys, do you want a flyer? Like nothing scares you more than handing out flyers. Like I go into complete anxiety, like crippling anxiety when I'm given something to hand out to people. Like nothing's more horrible. And I'm like, if I don't have a script too, that's the worst. Like a non-scripted human conversation where I have to sell them something and approach them. There's nothing that I can do worse than that.
Yeah, there's also a bit of like just skepticism and pessimism about the collective.
Oh yeah,
especially with Saturn in there, and just like an overall lack of faith in humanity.
Yeah, you might even have a little bit. Oh, well, it's Saturn in the 11th house.
Yeah,
you have a little bit of Saturn in Aquarius, and that we mentioned of blaming all of your problems on humanity, and that's how you fucking Saturn and Pisces that shit. That's how you avoid them and escape them by going, well, this is fucking humanity's problem. Well, this is Donald Trump's problem. Well, this is fucking because of this. That's because of my dad did this to me. It's because of this.
It's the man.
It's the man.
Not only the man, but men.
Yes. Yeah, too. Men. It's men. Especially
it's all men's fault.
We started this at 4 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So we have about 5 minutes left.
Okay, cool. Oh my God, is your Lilith in what house is your Lilith in? Is it in the 3rd or the 2nd? Well, I guess it just depends on your mean and your true Lilith. It looks like your true Lilith is in the 2nd. So
your mean Lilith is in the 2nd too.
Okay, so I was going to say I have great drags for both. So, so Lilith in the 2nd, I have this in both my true or mean Lilith, and it's so I'm just really getting tired of it. It's just so stupid because I feel like there's so many more fun places for Lilith. Like obviously Lilith causes shit anywhere you go, but it's like. In 11th house is shitty, but at least it's like you got some interesting friends coming along, cool people.
Yeah.
And, 5th house, you got some fucking fun sexual stuff. Lilith in the fucking 9th house, cool travels, dude. But in the 2nd house, you just buy too much stuff.
Yeah.
That's all. I'm like, that's all this fucking is. It's nothing more than you just buy shit.
And you just get so nostalgic about everything, so you're probably a bit of a hoarder.
Yeah. Oh my God, a nostalgic hoarder. You are my great grandma. My grandma was a crazy, crazy hoarder. She was actually like major Scorpio energy. I don't know anything else about it, but you like nostalgically hold on to everything. Like you still have like your kindergarten like graduation cap, and you'll get it out and you'll just cry. Oh my God, especially specifically kindergarten graduation cap, considering that you're Cancer sun in the 3rd house. You are like, those were the days. I was a bright shining star in kindergarten, and what happened? Now I'm just an anxiety-ridden teen. Or I don't know how old you are.
You're older than us.
Okay, you're just an anxiety-ridden 20-year-old. You are 100% felt that. I saw some dumb meme, like felt this in your soul, of like all the kids that like were scared to put on a sticker as a kid grew up to be anxiety-ridden adults.
Oh, I was thinking about something else. Oh, fans of Billie Eilish are girls who call themselves wild but are afraid to ask for extra ketchup.
Oh yeah, that one's the good one. That's your Lilith placement.
Yeah.
That's your Cancer sun afraid to ask for extra ketchup, but your Lilith is like, I'm wild.
I'm crazy.
But in reality, you're just like, I'm gonna buy this perfume because it reminds me of my ex-boyfriend.
All around me are familiar faces.
We got Southern. I guess Indian. I don't know. I only have close friends, really, so true.
That's what the 11th house drag.
Yeah. You can't submit a chart, but you can buy one in that. So you
astrology.com/shop.
Okay. Taurus risings need to hurry up and get a sense of fucking, what's that word? Like a little pep in your fucking step. You need fucking a little taser under your ass every fucking second to get you fucking moving. It's fucking ridiculous. Ask some fucking Taurus rising to do anything and just fucking, you're just fucking doing it yourself because nobody can like, okay, this is Taurus, right? Like this is kind of Taurus in general, but especially Taurus rising's tactic in not doing something they don't want to do. Just being stubborn and not doing it.
Yeah.
Because nobody can hold out longer than a Taurus rising.
Aries is just do it. Taurus is just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
This person wants me to, I don't, clean my room. I don't know. My mom wants me to clean my room, right? Now she wants me to clean my room. I don't want to clean my room. So I'm just going to not do it until I drive my mom crazy to where she cares more than me because I'm a Taurus rising. I don't really give a fucking shit, right? What do I give a shit about? I don't know.
Also ties into your Virgo interception. You never have to clean your room.
Yeah, you're like, my mama, this probably exact situation actually is the perfect situation for you. What am I saying? Just pulling this out of my ass. It's fucking perfect situation. Your mom's like, clean your room, honey, clean your room, clean your goddamn room. And you're like, interesting, mom.
Seems like you care so much. So much, in fact, that if I don't, you will do it.
This is actually the Taurus rising with, of course, it's Taurus rising. My cousin has that combination. That's exactly what he did with my aunt. He would just be like, I'm just not going to do it until you fucking do it because you're going to do it. And they do it every time. And then you're like, why do I know how to take care of myself? And you're like, maybe it's because you never do that shit for yourself. And that's what you're dragging me, actually. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. And on that note, thank you for your purchase and your patience in receiving this reading.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who's tuned in over this hour and 25 minutes.
Again, if you want to purchase one for yourself,
partychickastrology.com/shop.
Yes. And we are currently actually have done all our drag me's, right? That's the thing?
Yeah, all of these drag me's that we just did today were everything that we had on the list to fulfill for October.
Drag me wise.
Yeah,
we still got some.
We
got a lot of other stuff. Oh, you did the bottom seat. That's like a. Anyways, okay. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this. We hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for Grace. Thank you to Grace, Jamie, and Kathleen for buying one and supporting our channel.
Thank you.
And supporting our livelihood in life and feeding us.
Thank you for feeding us.
Yay! Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Bye. Watch our 10,000 video. It's double today if you haven't. Bye.
Bye.